Hearing from Pender and Joan, I think you can call me the lucky one of the three. I've only been birding with Steve for the past 10 years, which means I'm truly blessed. I can still remember the first time I met him, actually. It was summer 2003, Heaven and Hell nightclub, Leeds. Another £10 all you can drink night. What I remember from that night is that he laughed goofily, spoke pretty incomprehensibly, danced pretty deludedly, and not a lot's changed since. After that night, I probably forgot all about the little hobbit man on the dance floor who kept swinging his willy around. All was I to know he was going to follow me around for the next few years. So, in 2003, we were going into sixth form, and that summer my school had been looking to give a scholarship to an exceptional rugby player. So we'd obviously been trailing future England star Danny Kerr for a long time. But however, like David Moyes this summer, it came to deadline day and we fucked it. We made do with Steve, and our win-loss ratio goes to show it. And after being burned with him from sixth form, he then was to follow me to the same university and the same course. Now, luckily I've managed to repress much of what happened over the following 3 years, but there are a couple of quite harrowing moments that are still burned on my retina to this day, and I'll take with me to the grave. The first was when Steve frantically woke me up one Saturday morning, I was pretty hungover, to declare to me that he had syphilis. I'm not joking. I wasn't prepared for it, but luckily my housemates and I, we managed to bundle him into his bedroom until the clinic opened on Monday morning. We bundled him in, eventually got him to the clinic. Now, I should add, it was a false alarm. Steve had just got a bit too paranoid reading Wikipedia with a hangover one morning. His imagination had taken the most of him, I think. Another equally harrowing moment was a time when I managed to escape him, actually, and we'd managed to go out without him, which was the first time in 3 years. And we were having a good time in a club in Newcastle, and I heard a bit of a commotion behind me. I turned round to see Steve, bare bollock naked on the dance floor, giggling as someone whipped him with a plastic sword. I think it was a cry for help. Immediately, this is where Rosie fits into this horror story. Not that she wasn't holding the sword. Now, Rosie and I had the same part-time job at university, and predictably, Steve also weaseled his way into that. And despite his shaggy hair, hairy feet, little deformed ear, and an enormous forehead, 5 head, Steve thought he was some kind of Lothario. But as soon as he saw Rosie, and I actually am being serious here, something changed in him. His evil grin changed a little bit. As soon as he saw Rosie, he was smitten. Now, they also say that true love is blind, and I think Rosie's the best example of that. Because she saw something in Steve, and I'm not sure anyone else does. Now,
you're welcome.
Now I, along with a couple of other lucky people in this room, we were actually there at the time when Steve ensnared Rosie. I think it's probably my job today to set this love story straight, once and for all. It was June 2008, the end of university, and we had a house party. Steve invited Rosie. I don't think he invited anyone else, but he invited Rosie. Now, all evening, Steve had been plying Rosie with rosé, and hissing, growling at other men who dared speak to her. It was just unsurprising behaviour, really. It didn't shock us. Inevitably, though, the alcohol took its toll on poor Rosie. Or maybe it was a tripwire that Steve had set up. She took a tumble all the way down our stairs that night. And who was there right at the bottom? A little man with a wolfish grin. Caught her at the bottom. And And then inexplicably, I remember him just running around the front door and carrying her out the front door. And I don't know what he was aiming to do. He must have seen my gypsy wedding or something. And that's history, really. That was that. But like a particularly stubborn dose of Steve's thrush, it wasn't quite as easy for me to get rid of him. I was worried about that. So we ended up living together in London, and Steve followed me down to London. And we lived together and taught together in London with a few others here today. Now, I'm sure Steve has always been far too modest to tell anyone how difficult teaching was in London in his first school. The reality was, it was exceptionally difficult. It was really difficult for Rosie, who, despite her own studying, had to come around to Steve's house to wash for him, help him mark his books, and to cut his toenails for him. It was hard for his other housemates, who, when it was Steve's turn to cook, just had to put up with burnt little pizzas once a week. But most of all, it was hard for our neighbours. One night, when Steve drunkenly forgot his keys, they took pity on him and let him stay in their house. They must have known Steve a bit better than we thought they did, because they astutely brought him a potty for any emergency when he went to go and sleep in their front room. But they must have had a cat, I think, because as soon as Steve walked in that room, he expertly sidestepped the potty and was sick all over the carpet. He wasn't invited back round to tea with the neighbours. I probably say something nice now, Steve, don't I? And you are as dedicated a teacher as I've ever met. He takes no nonsense in his lessons, and he has really high standards for the students he teaches. And I think the first time I ever was made aware of this was in Uganda. We were volunteer teachers in a rural school. One boy wasn't doing his work that well, being a bit lazy. You know, a treasonous crime. So Steve decided to make a point and practice being hard. So he gave this little lad both barrels, playing to the crowd, poking him in the chest, really shouting at him. I was a bit uncomfortable standing in the corner, just wanted to stay away from him. Eventually he climaxed. And he said, and he bellowed that most old-fashioned piece of English advice: pull your socks up. That kid, along with the other 90 in the room, had no socks. Didn't understand the phrase. Steve approved his point, you were the boss. But